What would you do if I sang out of tune? Will you stand up and walk out on me? Lend me your ears and I'll sing you a song.
Clarification before we get going. Dog Eye Crimson didn't call Toon Critics friends cringy. He wanted me to state that. We're going to do that right here at the beginning. So recently, I don't know where to begin on this. It does get important as there are some serious accusations, sadly, about someone that I've called a friend in the past. So last Friday, May 11th, just that day, all hell broke loose. At the start of the day, if memory serves, I got into a call to Kara Pav, an artist in the Brony community who's done work for Dr. Wolf, and I've commissioned Takara myself. She wanted to make a case for Sega Sister, and we got in to hash things out. And we were joined by Brony analyst, Aeon of Dreams, and Creepy Pasta personality, That Creepy Reading. You know, the guy with the 100k subs? That has nothing to do with anything. Kind of a big deal. The shit took about an hour and 19 minutes. If I can find a screen cap here of how long the call was, I'm going to put it up now. I don't feel it was the most productive call in the world. It was around 9 a.m. Fun fact, Aeon of Dreams was drunk and high for it. So yeah, I'm sure Peter, aka Aeon of Dreams, had a blast. I get back to my room, Limbo, only to find out Skypaw, who's someone who's a pretty cool person, had got up and left the room. I asked if it was about me, and when I found out it wasn't, I guessed it might have been one of my friends, Rocky. So after a call in that room, it led to another 30-minute call in a separate room where I myself, Rocky, Pastel Pro's boyfriend, Gear Grinder, and Rocky's ex, Pinto, had a sit-down with Rocky. It's pretty interesting, and it's pretty fun. I'm sure if I put it up, you guys would have a blast, but I don't feel at this time it's appropriate. I finally got a break to head back to my room, so yeah, just try and fucking relax. In the last 6 days, I've had 6 videos, and I wanted to unwind and BS, and I had just lost one of the more fun people from my chat, and they were gone. I can't have him in the room because he was pissing everyone off. Well, at least I felt he was well liked. But I can't ignore how the rest of my friends are feeling. They're free to comment down below. I only mention this because I want to state the state of mind, why this shit was so hard to deal with. I get back and Dog Eye Crimson tells me that Dark Edge, aka Dr. Fowl, may be the next Toon Critic. Dark Edge and Rocky are two of the more crotchety, mean-spirited people in my chat. They do make me laugh. And when I had to remove Rocky, or choose to, no matter how you want to spit that out, in the back of my mind, my knee-jerk reaction was, well, at least I still have Fowl when I threw out Rocky. It was a gut shot. Now, to be fair, Rocky got removed for finally being too much of a dick. Which, yeah, pales in comparison to Fowl's situation. I've been thrown some screenshots. There's a link to a Google Doc down below. If you don't wish to like or push this video for whatever reason, I suggest grabbing those and spreading them around yourself. However, if you do enjoy this video and you do find this is important and you don't want to do any of that extra work, just, like, share, tweet it out, anything you can to spread this. Now, I've had some people say that these shots are similar to the Spectre Theory fiasco, that they're not complete. I also have a long link down below between Dark Edge and Mint Heart that if I winded up saving all the shots, it winded up being over 46 exhaustive pages. I look to get Mint Heart's verbal authentication that these are legit, just so that we can have full context. But I want to make our case in this situation. The people who brought these screenshots didn't hate Dark Edge. There was no power play to take down Foul Play. That's Dark Edge's other online name, as far as I know. There are people that don't have a use for Foul, but they're not involved in this situation. If you listen to the last stream, this is a gathering of people who didn't hate Dark Edge. The likelihood of these people who outed Foul and Limbo just decided to get up one day and decided to put whatever differences aside to frame Dark Edge is preposterous. That said, I'd be glad to have egg on my face to be able to go back and apologize to Dark Edge if there's some massive misunderstanding. So let's begin to lay out what I know. Dark Edge has ERP'd with a 16-year-old, possibly a 15-year-old, especially if these Mint Heart pictures are to be believed. This is FNGR. I am speaking to Mint Heart, formerly of the Top of the Barrel. Vita's chat, I'm assuming you'll be going back sooner or later. That's not one of the questions. You can feel free to skip on that. Yeah, that's
probably.
Fine. No, you're fine. Question 1. Can you please state your age for the record?
I am 15. I will be turning 16 on June 8th of this year.
Okay. Well, that's fine. 2. Do you have any previous grudges against Dark Edge that would encourage you to present him in a negative light?
No.
Okay. No, and that's fine. People have been asking me, this is, if you're anything familiar with the DeviantArt drama on Ranters because of the Spoctor theory, that somehow I, myself, and Vita have gotten together beforehand, before Friday, and that we just decided, because Dark Edge is such a horrible person, that we both want to get him. You don't believe that, do you?
Sorry about that.
Oh, no, that's fine. Yeah. I was just trying to wrap up the fact that a bunch of people are assuming that basically, to the best of your knowledge, I and Vita didn't get together that day to go after freaking Dark Edge, and we didn't ask you to say anything, right?
No, you didn't.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
Solid. Okay. 3, can you, here, I'll have to give you the screenshot link. Sorry, there's a lot of them. You can glance over it and feel free to come back to it after the video goes up. These are yours, correct? Well, maybe not the screenshots, but these are valid.
Hold on.
Yeah, just glance through. Give it a once-over. Sorry for
Yes,
everybody.
these are mine.
Yeah. There is a lot of them, and later on, if you need to change that, I'll absolutely understand. 4. Did Dark Edge full well understand that your age when he pursued you?
Yes.
Okay. Sorry, tongue-tied. Did you make any effort to give an incorrect age to Dark Edge or anyone else?
No.
Okay. 6. Oh, I don't even know if I was reading off the numbers. How long was it before these screenshots were taken, before them being surfaced? Today's date being, I'm assuming, May 14th, since I wrote this yesterday, 2018.
Okay, so they were taken, and it was Friday evening after I had woken up. I spent about an hour gathering and putting them into the imager, and then I gave them to Vita, and I assume he immediately gave them out.
Okay. I think I got to them Sunday again because I have 2 12-hour work days on the weekend. Sorry again, guys, for the wait. Let's see. Do you know any other instances of Dr. Fowl, aka Dark Edge, with any similar activities that hasn't been dealt with? We did talk about something in the other stream. Is there anything else beyond that, or?
No, not that I know of, other than the other female involved.
Yeah, I'll definitely be including that link as well. I'm gonna wait for the wind to stop just a second here. Okay, here we go.
Sorry.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Do you have anything you'd like to add personally that's not been asked or covered?
No, not really, but if anyone has questions, you can put my Skype in the description if they want to come to me and talk or whatever. I don't mind.
Might be a better idea to go with Twitter. Is that okay?
Oh yeah, Twitter's better.
Yeah, let's definitely do Twitter instead of Skype. Okay.
Yeah.
You know what? We're all tired. It's all early. There's been a lot of crap going on, so it's fine.
It's like 6:40 in the morning.
Look, well, it's 8:40 for me. I got annoyed with Sam because there was a misunderstanding, or Lion, or whatever his name. Not Sam, not Lion, but Leo. And he ironed that out.
Yeah.
And it's all cool. Okay, now I'm not saying this to talk shit, and I'm not trying to morally grandstand or anything like that, man. If you got everything you needed, and I'm trying to do this as politely as possible, I still stand behind the fact that I don't agree with you being online. Will you be angry at me if I remove you from Limbo?
I don't care.
Okay.
It's whatever.
Thank you very much. If there are any other circumstances, don't hesitate to contact me or anyone else who can possibly help you. And I'm going to stop the recording. He sent pictures of his penis to a girl of the ages of 16. Full disclosure, Dark Edge is from England, where what I've been told is the age of consent is 16. I am not a lawyer. I would encourage you to look this up on your own. Again, I could be completely wrong. I am not a legal expert. However, the catch-22 here is that I've been told that England, like America, is thus sexting laws have a hard 18 and up online baseline, meaning you would need to interact with someone 18 and up and no lower. Now, you can call this a technicality, but facts are Fal is 24 years old. These girls are around 16 to 15 here in the United States, at least I think. It's not as if Fal, to the best of my knowledge, found out after the fact. Supposedly, he's made a move on Mintheart. Someone, by now, at least all of my friends, and I would imagine many of the people who watch my videos, are aware of her age. I talked to Mintheart. Again, by the time this goes up, I should have a confirmation clip in here that Fal has pursued her. There is literally no fucking way he didn't know Mintheart wasn't underage. And why we're finding this out, we found a bonus. This is Winged Fusion. He happened to be in the call during the stream about Dark Edge. I was sent this screenshot about his Discord where the minimal age of ERP was 15. Now, I understand I could be wrong. Actually, by the time that I've gotten to this, I'm going to have to ad-lib my script here. Winged Fusion is at this time 19. He has stated in the past that he did unfortunately have a relationship with a girl who was underage. He didn't understand at that time. He was told that she was 18. He's admitted to this in one of his videos. He's been very transparent on that. He's been very forthcoming with his information. I would assume that originally Winged Fusion, when he had ERP in his chat, thought that it would be reasonable to have a 15 age limit, considering at that time his age would have been 18, a 3-year difference. I and many of my peers have had a discussion with him. I suggested that he should set that age limit to 18 or remove the ERP from his room. Winged Fusion, since then, has indeed told me, and I encourage anyone to tell me otherwise, that he has removed ERP from his Discord entirely. I'm not trying to play the morality police with Winged Fusion. I'm simply asking him follow the guidelines of the legally enforced age of restrictions. For anything further on that topic, it's been covered in the last live stream with the urgent message or the urgent discussion. I encourage you guys to check that out. Now, generally speaking, it's my experience that people in these situations, those being Toon Critic, Performage, or Dusky Novel, tend to have a laundry list of blunders, a series of people who speak up against them, even among their friends. It's easy to judge who's right and who's wrong by the quality of the character of the accusers. In one Winged Fusion situation, for this time being, I'm going to keep him in limbo. This is, of course, subject to change. If any of my friends don't feel comfortable with his behavior, there or otherwise, big or small, I will most certainly be open to change. I've spoken to enough people that feel that Winged Fusion was more being foolish than predatorial in any way, shape, or form, judging by the things that we've seen. Naturally, if there is any other information about Winged Fusion that would paint him in a different light, I would be very interested in seeing it. Please contact me either down below in the comments section or on Twitter. I am not an island unto myself, and one of my biggest shocks that I've had to make was when I was streaming about Dark Edge originally. Took a moment to get permission to do this stream is that I turned to Dog Eye and said, who am I waiting to get a green light for to move forward with this? Things are still developing. I won't rule out I'm wrong. If and when that happens, I'll stand to be judged for what I've said. Now, some of you guys are asking me, there have been recent accusations against myself. I felt that I've addressed this before in a previous episode of How Not to Brony, when old Jerry Pete attempted this. And keep in mind, those accusations came from the same place that could have handled the Dark Edge drama all on their own. This is Shelly D, and his channel has 1,000 more subscribers than I have. And he's been streaming well before I ever had a podcast. If I'm such a shitty, horrible, despicable person, yes, I know you're going to be furious when I'm wording it like this. Why did your people come to me to handle this? I offered my accuser in the Dark Edge stream to come into the call, and he declined. Sheldon was happy to pop in. I had a very reasonable discussion with the man, and things proceeded smoothly. I'd even argue the bulk, or nearly the entirety, a healthy 70% of that stream, is Shelly D's voice and information, certainly at least his voice. I don't wish to make light any of anyone else's potential situations, but how fucking capable are you when you have all the tools to make a public statement and you pass the ball to someone else that you can't stand. At least when I asked Patchwork Heart, why isn't Jerry talking about Performance Major? No matter how flawed that video winded up being, I was fucking grateful when it happened. When I yelled at Vita to get off his ass and give me some help, as a funny meme he decided to throw up a video about me, which to the best of my knowledge has no legal citation, despite the fact that Vita professes to have a lawyer friend with every other breath that he has in his frail, weak body. Here's your answer. I'm concerned with the law, not your feels. Go back to Tumblr. Now that we got that out of the way, this is Blake Diamond. He's been in limbo for about 1 to 2 years. There has been 0 complaints about Blake until he tipped me off about Jasmine Blue, where he told me that she was 15, despite her Skype saying that she was 25. Suddenly, some way, somehow, he's been being accused of a pedophile by Buttons, my crazy ex. Blake has asked me to speak up on this, so let me state Buttons' character. Buttons feels because Toon Critic told her to shut up, or kicked her out of the call, or Toon trying to contact her, that somehow that makes her a victim. In Limbo, I've thrown out a Brony out of call 3 or 4 times, and then out of the room. Is he now my abuse victim?
He is not a pedophile! Do you fucking understand this?
Actually a pedophile, it's defamation.
Oh my
You
god!
can go to jail.
Yeah, I can go to fucking jail!
This is the character and the world perception of a person accusing Blake Diamond of being a pedophile. But let's not stop there.
Advances on him, which you do to get people to be nice to you and ask for video games and stuff.
Oh my god, you're
No. You made advances on Blake for video games, not sex.
No, I didn't. I didn't make any advances to Blake at all.
Really? Isn't that what Baron just...
I don't fucking know what happened.
Oh my god, can you please fix the situation you started? Don't lie to her anymore.
Are you serious?
What's going on right now? Because I could have gotten in legal trouble for what I did to try to help you. You realize...
No one made advances to Blake.
Why would you lie to her just to get her to be quiet?
You
No, I
literally
don't.
just told me you made advances at him. I have a screenshotted. She made advances at him, which she does to get people to be nice to her and sometimes ask for video games and stuff. So you made advances to Blake. You told me she made advances to Blake.
No, I didn't.
You literally just told me, motherfucker. I have
No,
a
I didn't.
screenshotted. I have a screenshotted. What does that say? What does that say?
Don't hurt me, please.
Then stop fucking yelling at me.
I just want you to stop lying to them just to get her.
Okay, you know what? I tried helping you, and I feel very lied to. I want
Don't
the
hurt me.
honest-to-God truth right now.
She put her neck on the line for this.
I did.
What's going on? Why is she flipping on you? Like
I'm
everyone
flipping
else?
on you because you went to me for help, and you
Why?
shouldn't have. Because I could have fucking gotten real big trouble.
Someone says one
Because she
thing.
could have gotten in trouble for this shit.
Why?
I could have gotten.
How could she
I could have
get in
gotten it for
trouble? Because you just
defamation.
lied?
Defamation. I could have gotten in trouble for defamation for calling someone a fucking pedophile if he is not a pedophile. Do you fucking understand
I'm
this?
actually a pedophile.
Blake, if you wanted a rebuttal, I technically don't have to say anything on your behalf, since last I checked, Buttons took her video down. But hey, if you want to slam dunk, here you go. That seems pretty straightforward, Blake. I think Buttons, your accuser, the same one who called you a pedophile, stated that she could go to jail for calling you a pedophile for defamation. I think that that's a strong acknowledgement that she was wrong, in her own words. Here is a post from Blake Diamond from Kiwi Farms making a statement on the matter. I will now read that off. We didn't know her actual age. At the time, her Skype said she was 25, but she sounded way younger, so that had me cautious. At some point during the stream, either ODIE, I can't pronounce the name, or Aquarius started talking about cuckolding. I think he means to say titties here, and daddies, which led to Jasmine asking me if I'd like to be her daddy. Given my past, this made me uncomfortable, so I ended the stream. A short while later, not long after the stream ended, Jasmine messaged me on Discord asking me if I'd be her daddy, but this time she added the fact that she was 14 going on 15. Not being a disgusting degenerate, I went full panic mode and ran to Aquarius, begging for help getting her out of the Discord channel we shared. I informed FNGR about it, that he did, and he used the fact that I told this underage fan no as a talking point in a video. This apparently made Buttons extra butthurt. It did. So she made a video accusing me of being a pedophile. Brittany informed me of this video, and I went to work on trying to counter the claim and prove it to be false, contacting as many people as possible, proving my innocence to them before things got out of hand. One of the people I contacted is a drama cow in her own right, named Chambers of My Heart. Dear Blake, when you are assisting or asking for assistance from someone, it is probably poor form to refer to them as a drama cow. Just a free tip from me to you. I apparently activated her investigative reportive senses because over the next 2 days, she was blowing up my DMs on Twitter with new info that she had dug up on Jasmine and her real dad, Baron Bill. All her digging must have gotten Jasmine and Baron concerned, because they immediately turned on Buttons and started working on getting her 2 videos taken down, which they now are. Jasmine also pissed off Patchwork Heart, because they and Buttons went on the warpath in Lily's Discord, accusing her of being a fake person and trying to hide her identity for some reason or another. Lily didn't seem to appreciate this, and now Patch has been placed in the timeout corner of that channel until further notice. Now, I'm skeptical about Baron Bill being Jasmine's real dad, from him being 24 and many people telling me that the minimal age requirement for adoption is 25, and also needing to be financially responsible enough to take care of a child to adopt. Again, I am not a lawyer, but I think this is much ado about nothing. I still have no proof about the age of Jasmine, and what with someone starting rumors that Jasmine may have been a guy or whatever crazy bullshit is floating around, that's not exactly a strong source, Blake. Jasmine word literally carries no weight. Assuming anyone could make out whatever incoherent mumbles that come out of her mouth. There are no screenshots of Blake Diamond floating around having erotic roleplay with anyone, much less an alleged 15-year-old. If anyone has anything along those lines on Blake, please come forward. And since I have Vita saying I was protecting dulcet tones, I talked to Jasmine's alleged father about Dulcet and asked, hey, is there any screenshots of Dulcet rubbing his hands together saying jackpot, hearing about Jasmine's age? The alleged father said no. Link to that in a call on BitChute down below. Dulcet had thought old what's-her-face here was 25. And I'll ask you this, how many of you guys card girls that you're dating, much less ERPing with? Yes, a reasonable person generally asks. Yes, I can still understand you could still be on the hook legally, even if you card someone, which no reasonable person really does in these situations, excluding selling alcohol, firearms, pornography. You just simply don't. So yeah, if I fucked up at all, I'm overworked as fuck. I'm stressed the fuck out, and there's still a bunch of bullshit I didn't tell y'all about. And on top of all that shit, that creepy reading made me watch that goddamn anime with a fox singing death metal. I had to sit through 8 episodes about an office drama with pigs and gorillas and foxes and hyenas. And I felt like I was watching Fur Affinity the show. Fucking furries. Buy corn. If I had my druthers, I'd burn the whole lot of you. Oh, I want to get back to one more thing about my ex. I heard about this from Chambers of My Heart.
Needs to get her head checked. Now, I do understand that she has tried to arrange to get professional help and that there has been some sort of delay. So I get that, but she needs to go offline and stay offline.
I won't be shocked if Buttons is talked out of therapy in favor of Tumblr advice. Did you hear that? When you know it, Buttons didn't go through with getting her professional help. Let me guess. She's just gonna Tumblr it out. Likely, she walked into the door, she tried to say she was agender, and the doctor said no, that she didn't in fact have transgender dysphoria, and she likely called him a bigot and left. In closing, here's this lovely line from Sega's sister where she said that Buttons had every right in the world to leak our chat logs. So Sega, Word on the street is that you're still talking to Zach Keys, or at least you were as early back as March. Would you like to confirm or deny? There is a juicy screenshot that I don't have access to. But you know what, Sega? All you have to do is say it doesn't exist. Now I want to clear the air. One thing, I don't hate Voice of Reason. I don't blame him for standing by his woman. Maybe Voice doesn't know Sega is talking to Toon Critic, is or was. Thing is, I think you know. I know Sega. So let's ask Sega, when was the last time that you talked to Toon Critic? Was it before the scandal dropped? Was it as early as March? Or is it still going on? You are all free to contact her politely and ask. And if she wants to answer back as simple as either A, B, or C, those being one more time, was it before the scandal? Was it as early as March? Or are you still talking to Zach? Toodles!